we have made it to the championship race, the OP Superspeedway Buttkicker Truck Series, the Buttkicker Championship here at Daytona, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. How is everybody in YouTube doing tonight? It looks like already 5 people out there tuning in for what is to be in store, I think, for an awesome championship race. Already we are looking at a pretty good sized field, over 20 drivers edging into that 30 driver mark, but we don't have a lot of time here, so let's just dive right down into it. We got some wind out there at about 7 miles an hour, an air temp of 64, track temp of 66, 100 laps, 250 miles, no changes to that, no changes to the tires. 50% fuel. They're going to run about 14, 17 laps, possibly even a little bit longer, depending on the draft situation. You can save a few laps in the draft, so we'll see exactly how long these drivers can stay out. Do you risk it for the biscuit? Well, we'll find out. We'll get to the top 4 here in just a minute. Pit road here at Daytona, 60 miles an hour with a pace speed of 80. The top 4 drivers battling it out for the championship are Joshua Milam, Martin Mann, Anthony English, and getting in barely on points, Peter DeBora, but made it into the playoffs and got it in to the final 4 here on the win. So, you know, these are your 4 drivers battling it out for the championship. They do not have to win the race to be the champion. All they got to do is finish ahead of one another, and whoever is ahead at the end of 100 laps will be your champion. So, man, a lot at stake out here, not only for these 4, but for everybody else as well. I think there's more at stake for these 4 drivers, but nevertheless, everybody out here trying to go for that last race win before the off season, and we'll talk more about that later in the race here tonight. But coming under 30 seconds to go, we're going to step aside, play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. The 1-lap qualifying session will be underway when we come back.
Can you see much to say. Stand of the plane, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner gave way for the land of the free. In the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying is underway. However, we are getting down to the wire here in qualifying. Looks like 11 drivers as of right now have put in times. Joshua Gathright still out on track. Looks like Adam Kilday, Dana Shepard, and Chris Scala out as well. Right now, Anthony English, one of the playoff drivers, does have the top spot. Mark Mann there in P3, Josh Milan P5, and Peter DeBora P6. It looks like we've got right now all of the top 4 in the top 10. Peter just on the outside of the top 5. But coming down to the final 30 seconds left, it does look like Anthony English is going to hold on to it. A lot at stake. So let's go ahead and let the nerves get to Anthony here real quick tonight. Anthony, bud, got a copy? Anthony English, do you got a copy?
What's going on, Josh?
Ah, there he is. Well, looks like you are going to start on the pole here tonight for the championship race, bud. And, you know, points, throw those out the window, man. It all comes down to who can finish ahead of the other. Man, what is going through your mind, bud? And congratulations on making it this far.
Oh, thank you, Josh. Oh, well, man, I don't know. I don't even know what to do yet. We've talked a couple different strategies, and it's all over the board at the moment. So just wanted to try to see if I could get pole. Just wanted a good start position, so I had a good pit selection and stuff. So pit stops into matter. I got a good selection, good stall for it, and I don't know. I'm probably just gonna ride here for a little bit, see how it plays out, and then give her hell at the end.
Well, you do have Mark Mann, a teammate down there with you, so he's also in the playoffs as well here in the top 4. Do you keep your teammates or do you throw those out the window?
I think you gotta have friends. You gotta have friends. You gotta have teammates at the end. But when it comes down to the last lap, whether we worked all race or not, we're definitely gonna battle for it on the last lap. So no friends until then. Last couple laps. And then at that point, it's every man for himself.
Got to do what you got to do. All righty, Anthony.
sure.
Well, good luck. We're gonna let you grid up here, man. And like I said, bud, congratulations to you and the other 3 for making it to the championship race, man. Go get ready.
Thank you much, man.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, let's get down here to the grid here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get on Zach Fritsch because Anthony will be gridding. But here is our MaxspeedTV grid here tonight. Anthony English with the pole. Good starting spot for Anthony. Zach Fritsch there in second. Mark Mann in third. Bubba Winningham fourth. Josh Milan fifth. Peter DeBora sixth. Andy Brigante seventh. Chris Scala in eighth. Joshua Gathright ninth. And Dana Shepard in 10th. Nicholas Wing in 11th. David Livingston in 12th. Stanley Jr. 13th. Harold Rothery 14th. 15 drivers only qualified. That would be Edwin DeBoer in 15th. Seabass going to start in 16th. Brian Wang in 17th. Rick Seabrands 18th. Stephen Miles 19th. And Matt Wagner in 20th. James Mayer 21st, Zonto 22nd, Zachary Workman 23rd, Brian Rainville 24th, Brian Kembler 25th, Timothy Cook 26th, Alex Giffen 27th, Christopher Lewis 28th, Richard Sanchez 29th, and Adam Kildane 30th. And that's going to round it out here tonight, folks. 30 trucks out here tonight for this championship Saturday night. You can't win it on lap 1, but you can definitely lose it. They do get one reset if need be, so they've got that in the books. Digital Armchair, Extreme Level Racing. What's up, Dennis? Brian Rainville, Mara Clark, Brennan Kennedy out in chat tonight. Well, thank you all for tuning in. David Overstreet out there as well. Brian, I just seen your message there. Wow, well, good luck not only to the top 4, but to all 30 drivers out here tonight. Well, you know the drill, folks. Pull those belts tight one more time. We're going to be championship racing here coming out of turn number 4. The pace truck will dive off to the safety of pit road. Anthony English, Zach Fritch up top. No one-lap winner. Nope. Pace truck is off for the first time here tonight. Into the start zone. Green is out. Buggity, 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 folks. We're championship racing here tonight. Down into turn 3 for the first official time here on the outsides, the 13 of Andy Bergante. Seeing Zach Fritch fall back a few spots here, and out of turn 4 through the tri-oval. Anthony English gonna lead the first lap here tonight, but it does not matter. Points does not matter here for the top 4. So the leading the lap, leading the most laps, it does. You can lead every single lap here tonight, but that final lap, you don't lead that final lap, or you're not ahead of the other contenders. Well, you're not going to win the championship. Anthony did elect to pull back and is falling back here. He is not the only one that did so. Several others did as well. A change of tenure up here in the front. Mark Mann now up front. Andy Bergante still on the outside. Mark is going to lead that lap. Josh Milam, and then Peter DeBora is caught on the, well, he's on the inside line. I thought he was on the outside there for a second, but nope, he's on the inside. We're going to see a lot of side-by-side, and already we got some 3 wide shenanigans back here. 4 wide if you count the 04 of Mark Mann, who was on the apron there for a second. But it was Peter DeBora at the time, or no, Seabass. Why do I keep going on Peter's name? Seabass actually leading the way of 3 wide. And right now it's 3 wide right behind him with the 05, 50, and 95. 3 wide now again with Seabass there with, let's see, that is, whoa, the 66 coming up, 23. Almost got into the wall there, or maybe did a little bit. Scared the daylights out of the 95. Still 3 wide back here with these 3. Oh, I'm going to go through a cup of coffee before lap 10. '66, Bubba Winningham. I know we got a fan of Bubba out there. That would be David Overstreet. As you can see, Anthony English fell way back here to 23rd. But Milam, Deborah, those are two of the four. There is English, and there's Man right there. We'll keep an eye on them, but we're going to also make sure we get everybody at least airtime here tonight. Hopefully it's not airtime in the wrong way. Oh, 66. Bubba doing a little bit of blinking there. 03 of Timothy Cook. Going to drop it down to the inside behind the 69 machine from Brian Wayne. Beautiful red, white, and blue Independence Day paint. Budweiser 03. Pretty sharp. That'll be next holiday, I believe, coming up. Father's Day, I believe, is the next one. And Independence Day. Oh, Andy Bergante, Peter DeBora now fighting for the lead. Andy has led 3. Peter's on the outside. 74, that is Edwin DeBora from 15th to 4th. Not wasting any time early on. Already on lap number 6. Daniel Parent out there rooting on Dana Shepard. Glad to see you. Please hit that like button, folks. Let's get that likes up there. We got 14 watching and 6 likes. No reason we can't hit 10, 15, 20 likes out here tonight. See the 19. Zachary Workman. Workman himself onto the outside from 23rd to 7th, taking it 3 wide. And he is still on rails. 23 of Seabass is coming up on him, but look at Workman go. 95 gonna shoot straight up behind him. James Mayer seen the opening. He's like, you know what? 19's going. I'm going too. Now we got the 19, 95, 23 to the outside, and they're going to be joined in, looks like, by the 69 machine. 3 wide, 3 rows deep, folks. Oh, buddy. And Workman gonna go from the far outside line to in front of Andy Bergante to the inside line, just like that. Still 3 wide, folks. James Mayer on the far outside line now. He's not going to be able to make that same move. However, put it in front of the 40 of Peter DeBora. Not a bad spot to be in. Peter, great pusher. David, oh no, and we're wrecking. Here we go for the first wreck of the evening. Not what you want to see. We'll get to that here in just a second, David. I do see your comment there, but we are definitely going to have to figure out kind of what happened here. Whoa, it looks like it kind of got a little bit tight there for Andy Bergante. Right about, oh, maybe some net code contact there. However, that is what set the chain reaction off. The 95, the 89. That is where the old Yeller is going to be here tonight for the first time here this evening. And I would imagine everybody would come down pit road here. I don't think anybody will stay out. But, David, to answer your question, Milam, Man, English, and Deborah. That is your top 4. I'm feeling better, just tired. Took me a little nap before my broadcast tonight, and probably shouldn't have. You know how that goes, right? Yeah, no surprise. Zachary Workman leading them down pit road. Oh, and he had to back up a little bit. Still early, little mistakes here early on. No big deal. may end up losing the top spot, but however, oh man. Sorry if I yawn, folks. Looks like Timothy Cook. Oh, Timothy, it looks like he might have missed his pit box there. He might have to come back down. As well as a Nicholas Wing. So, Seabass, Brian Wang, second and third respectively, they did make it into their box. Yeah, it is, David. It sure is. You know, four great drivers out there. You know, it's hard to pick a favorite. You know, I'm big on the oh, what do you call it? The underdog. You know, the drivers that did not make it into the top four. I'm big on them. You know, bringing it home into victory lane. You know, just to make the top four. You know, either finish in podium or finish outside of podium. You know, I'm really, really big on that. I love seeing the upsets. I really do. No underdog in that group for sure. Timothy Cook did come back down pit road. I figured he would. And the lights are off of the pace truck, so we will be going back green next time by. There ain't no underdog in Milam, Man, English, and Deborah. No underdog in that one. You know, a lot of these drivers I've learned over the seasons that I've been doing, you know, not only when I was doing OP on Wednesdays and then started to do Saturdays, but, you know, a lot of these drivers I had already prior knowledge of. And I already even had prior knowledge even before doing them over here at OP. So I knew how some of them raced. And that gives a big advantage whenever you go from league to league and you see drivers from the past that you've ran into and they're in another league. You know how they race. And, you know, it just, it's very interesting for sure. David Overstreak, yeah, Streak. I called you Streak there, David. David Overstreak. There we go. We'll get it out in a minute. You're going to go ahead and pick the 40 here. That would be Peter Deborah. Deborah, whatever. Yeah, I said it. Eric. Well, all right, pace car, truck, van, SUV. Dives down to the safety of pit road again. Here we go. Seabass on the loud pedal. Peter DeBoer to his inside green is back out once more here tonight at Daytona. The Buckingham Palace of Racing. Yes, you heard me right. All right, Dana Shepherd. I know we got fans of Shepherd out there somewhere. Daniel. There's Dana, 43. Heck yeah! Smash that like button, folks. Ryan Kembler, 25th, inside of the top 10 and 9th. 628 Chevrolet. Chevrolet behind him, Christopher Lewis, 28th to 10th. Workman again. There's Richard Sanchez in the 510. Hellman's, A&A's. A&A's a lot of people here tonight. Pun intended. Brian Wayne. We got Gathright, Wagner, Jr., Wayne, D-Brands. Getting back here toward the back of the pack a little bit. Bubba, Edwin, Steven, Mayer, Ryan Rainville, Andy Bergante, and Chris Scala rounding out the field. A lot of single file in the back. A lot of side-by-side up front, though. Zach Fritch. I haven't called him French Fry Man in a while. Don't think he likes it too well. And the 23, Seabass. Gonna lead another lap. Now Seabass, of course, not in the top 4, but nonetheless, he does have some contention, though, for a victory here, bring it home into victory lane. Well, I thought Andy Bergante took his truck behind the wall, but he did not. He just had some damage on that 13, right up ahead of Chris Scala at the tail end here. But I thought for a moment he had taken it behind the wall. Oh, and here we go, 3 wide again to 69. Brian Wayne gonna take it 3 wide. I don't know if he is. No, he's not gonna be able to do it. He did drop it behind the 06 though of Andrew Santo. I don't know why I like saying his last name. It's different. Yeah, great racing name, Winningham. Winningham, yep. Well, that 50 of David Livingston. And here we go, 3 wide. David in the center, 06, 05. Oh, 5. That is Harold Rothery. The 06 is Santo. That. Still Lopez there, leading that outside line. Back to Timothy Cook here in the 03. Hanging out on the inside, the 111 of Christopher Lewis. And Workman has found himself right back up into 12th. He already led a couple of laps. The Instacart 19. Still a battle for the lead, though, between Zach and Seabass. Got some action going on back here with Stanley Jr. I believe Stephen Miles in the 8. Like Stephen is going to get around the 41. Up on the 89 now of Gathright. Now Anthony to the inside. 5'10" of Sanchez. Oh, the 8. Even Miles starting to move up. He's found something there on that midline. It's working out for him. Maybe the draft of the 85 of Adam Kilday helping him out a little bit. The 8 was doing it pretty much by himself there. Still in the side draft off of those drivers. Oh no, and they're wrecking. Oh, and the 12 is flipping. Oh! Yeah, oh no was right. I seen everybody start to slow down, and I was like, what in the world's going on? And then of course we seen what was going on there. All right, well, let's find out sort of kind of what happened. Oh, the old dreadful bump into the corner ordeal. We can just see it. We can see it right here, folks. Right there, the 50 into the back of the 12. Right down into the 23. I don't know how in the world the 23 managed to save that, but he did. Getting the rough end of the stick on that one is going to be a Zach Fritsch. 50 going to get some heavy damage. 05, 06. But that man tumbling, sliding on his side, does land back on all fours. 66 locks it down, does not hit the 12, and it looks like Zach Fritsch does tow it to pit road. Oh, I've heard that before, Eric, but I don't know if that's true or not. Some say it's true. Some say it's false. Me personally, I think it's false, but I've heard it before. Yeah, 66 Bubba. Yeah, he locked it down, man. He's like, whoa, Seabass having to back up. And Dana Shepard. I think Dana missed his pit box. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I don't care what numbers they are. I mean, I'm just saying. Some people say it's true. Some people say it's not, you know. I mean, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. I mean, I really don't care. It doesn't concern me any. Oh, Dana Shepard pulled over and towed it to pit road. Whoa. All right. Well, pace truck lights still on. Probably go off. This is coming up time by. They don't go off, we will pull somebody up here. Of course, if they go off, we won't have time to do so. Like some drivers coming back down pit road here just to kind of get that full tank of fuel, or the, well, as full as they can get it. It's only 50%. 16 of you tuning in and 10 likes out there. Thank you, everybody, for the 10 likes already. Now, can we hit 15 likes out here tonight? Share it, get it out there. We've still got plenty of a racing to go here tonight on MaxspeedTV with the OP Superspeedway Saturday Night Buttkicker Truck Series, the Buttkicker Championship here at Daytona, a night race at that. Presented to you all by MaxspeedTV, and what action we've had already. Couple of good drivers already getting sent into the wall and across the grass. Which 4 drivers? Joshua Milam, Mark Mann, Anthony English, and Peter DeBora. You can also find their names in the ticker with a P beside their name. DeBora, Milam, they have a P beside their name. They are the ones in the playoffs, in the top 4. They run that starting in the top 16, and as they are eliminated, they drop the P. So, yeah, the P, the big P. Here we go, back into the start zone. Grant is back out again here tonight, the 568. Just saying that Nicholas Wing already had a full head of steam. Wasn't up to full speed, but he was up enough to where he could, well, I thought, get up behind the 111 of Christopher Lewis. But now we see Nicholas starting to fall back a little bit with the 03 of Timothy Cook. All right, well up front, single file as Joshua Milam drops it down to the inside line. The 111 looks like starting to get a little bit single file up front. Still have the side by side with the 628, 568 down to 568. Company is going to continue to fall back as they are going to get 8 up here with drivers. I mean, there's a bunch of drivers on that inside line. They are definitely going to have help out there on that outside if they want to do anything. And I just seen the 06 of Zonto. He took it 3 wide there, and they're still 3 wide back here. Now Workman on the far inside, the 568, the 06. Here comes the 23 of Seabass, a full head of steam. Had to slow down a little bit not to get into the back of Andrew. Oh, Tonto. I think he just might have got a shove there by the 23. Oh, did you see that? I sure in the heck did. The 03 of Timothy Cook jumped up high. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, now the 03. Well, he dropped it down low. Now he's back up to the high side. 187 miles an hour. Golly. And here we go. 3 wide up front. Santos. Seabass. Man, Seabass still got it 3 wide here, though. He gonna be able to squeeze that truck down? Yeah, he is. 13 of Andy Brigante also drops it down. He drops it down to the far inside line. 23 drops it right behind the 89. Peter DeBora, though, electively pulling off to the apron, falling into the back, mid-pack here. Probably looks like he might be picking up the 44 of English and the 95 of James Mayer here. Anto with his first lap led here tonight. Now, I do believe those that are not in the top 4, I do believe they still get bonus points for leading the lap, leading the most laps, stuff of that nature. So that, I believe, does come into play with them. But as far as the top 4, they just got to finish ahead of one another. It don't matter on points with them. So you're going to go for the 7. Not a bad pick, Josh Milam. And the 03 shooting down. Whoa! The 03 shot down to the inside. I thought he was clear. Andy was like, I don't think you're clear just yet. But he did let him in. Workman. Still Workman in that outside line here. don't ask me how it started with me and workman and I don't really know. It just kind of stuck the first time I done it. I think Zachary actually got a kick out of it. And the 19, boy, he was all over the tail of the 60, rattling his cage here tonight. Watching that 69 here as well, Brian Wang. I mean, Brian, he's been, yeah, I did too, Eric, but, you know, Workman usually doesn't race like that. He's not going to go out there and just wreck you for the heck of it. Now, on the last lap, well, happy accidents do happen, you know. But as I was saying about the 69 here of Brian Wang, he's been up toward the front. He's not really looked back. Yeah, happy accident. Yeah, you got it. They don't make mistakes. Just happy accident. And Peter still falling backwards here. Getting kind of ate up here. I ain't really too worried about it. I've seen Peter do this many times, and I'm sure over the season y'all have too. He'll fall to the back. He'll come to the front. He'll fall to the back. He'll come to the front. Well, I think that's kind of what he's doing now. Right now, Zonto, Brian Rainville started 24th, running in that P2 position on the outside, having a good solid too early run out here tonight. Only 32 laps. 31 laps have been completed. Lap 32. We are on a 10-11 lap run here, so within about 6-7 laps, that window will open for them to come down pit road, hopefully for a round of green flag pit stops. Yes, try and say that 10 times fast. Still getting a little heated up front there, but for the most part, it looks like everybody else single file line. Yeah, pretty much single file until you get back here to Chris Scala and Zach Critch. Bubba Winningham by himself coming across the stripe. Dana Shepard got the tail end of the field. Zach 1 lap down. Bubba Winningham 1 lap down. Dana 2 laps down. Yeah, got to stay out of the big one, especially if you're in the final top 4, which Peter is. So, you know, you got to hang back. When do you make your move, though? Well, it really depends on, you know, where the cautions fly, where the potential green flag stops come in. You know, are you going to have to come in for a splash and go? Are you going to have to come in for a potential, you know, green-white checkered finish? You know, right now, really can't talk about it a whole lot because, I mean, we're only on lap 34, but it's got to be in the back of your mind for sure. So what do I do in this scenario? What do I do in that scenario? If I'm not hooked up with my teammates and you know, on this lap? How do I do it on this lap? You know, everything just has got to go together at some point. Yeah, tires don't really play much of a role. I mean, trucks use up a little more tires than the other ones, but not a whole lot. So, I mean, unlimited tires too here. So, I mean, that really doesn't matter. 60, Brian Rainville has led a lap. He is right up ahead of the 19 backing off here. Zachary Workman. And Zachary's going to fall to the inside line. 111. Christopher Lewis. 13 of Andy Bergante. Things heating up right here with these two. Things heating up right here in kind of this pack. 2 of Chris Scala. That Scala guy, as we all know him by. know a couple of drivers had to already use a reset here. So one of those drivers, unfortunately, was Brian Rainville, and I know there was a few others. I think Zonto, Rothery, Brian. Now, this is just going off my stats too, so it could be unofficial, but so far it's been official. James Mayer, now they are within the window of green flag pit stops. Single file, folks, for the most part. And that too of Chris Scala. 69, Brian Wang to the lead. Scala goes. And here we go. Green flag pit stop coming up. Chris Scala going to lead that lap as Zonto, Rothery, Cook, Rainville, Bergante, Deborah all come screaming down pit road, as well as Bubba Winningham. Next time by, I would assume Scala and company will as well. This may be a huge group to come down pit road. Let me see here if I can get a good look at this. And kind of got it backed off here. And yeah, here we go. Chris Scala and company coming down pit road. Whoops, pit lane. There we go, right there. You can see they're all coming down pit road. Seabass, Scala, Deborah, English, Milam, Gathright, Mann, Marin, Seabrands, Miles, Wagner. Oh, Kimbler, Lewis, Sanchez, Kilday. Wow. Oh, that's a mouthful. Everybody has made their first round of green flag pit stops. Looks like everything, for the most part, went pretty smooth. But Brian Wayne is our leader. He will lead his first lap here tonight, followed by Peter Deborah, Josh Milam, Zachary Workman, Anthony English, Steve Ass, Gathright, Brian Kimbler, Chris Scala, Matt Wagner rounding out the top 10. Mark Mann, Harold Rothery, Brian Rainville, Andrew Santo, Rick Seabrands, Timothy Cook, Andy Brigante, Christopher Lewis, James Mayer, and Adam Kilday. Rounding out the top 20, Stephen Miles, Edwin DeBoer, Stanley Jr., Nicholas Wing, David Livingston, Richard Sanchez, Zach Fritch, Bubba Winningham, Dana Shepard. Rounding out the rest of the field here. Things are starting to heat up back here a little bit. Now the 69. Brian Wayne. Go back here at least to Ski Bass. Go for of Mark Mann. Josh Milam leading the way. Now it looks like Deborah is going to start to fall back a little bit here. And there's an opening there, but he's not going to take it. But we do have a driver that is off the track here, I thought. Hey. Oh, we don't. We did. They saved it. At 42, folks. Wow. They're killing it tonight. In a good way. Not in a bad way either. Yeah, we've already had a few cautions, but hey, it's Daytona, folks. Championship racing. And whoa, Brian Wayne way up into that wall. Oh boy, that kind of got a little scary there for Andy Brigante too. He had to fall below the double yellow. 66 coming. Oh, did come around. Now going to fall back behind. That is Bubba Winningham, 2 laps down. You know who needs a caution? That guy right there, the 12 of Zach Fridge. He's a yeller. So he can get back on the lead lap here. 1 lap down. He gets an old yeller. He's not involved in it. He'll get his lap back. Anthony English, our pole sitter. P2. Milam still up front. Here comes the 06 2305. Santo. Marin. Rothery. Man, they're flying. Whoa! I think Zonto thought about coming down there for a moment and then realized I ain't clear. Yeah, smart move by Zonto to keep it up high. Milam is going to lead another lap, though. But like I said, leading laps doesn't matter. Finish ahead of the other ones. All you got to do. Oh. Right, starting to get a little more side by side back here too. Workman, Deborah. That is the 91 of Matt Wagner, Mayer, Cook, Kilday, Lewis, Seabrands. Might as well throw Seabrands in the mix here too. Miles and Mann. They are getting a lot of side-by-side back here as well. Starting to heat up a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on it. The timing screen. Going to hang out with Adam Kilday here for a moment. While down the BC powder here, folks. Just a second. It's lap sponsored by BC Powder. Not really. Workman in that wall. Ugh. You know as well as I do, Zachary, I hate it when you drivers get up near that wall, dadgummit. Oh, no. No, not goodies. Look. Well, it's got to be old straight up BC powder. It can't be that goodies. No. I'll take it, but look. It'll make me puke there. There. I prefer BC arthritis. If I have goodies and that's all I got, I'll take it. Because, you know, it's technically BC, but man, it's got a different taste. I don't like it. All right, sea bass falling backwards. Just a hair. Oh, somebody else falling backwards a little bit too. Looks like Zonto as well gonna fall back a little bit. Maybe they know something I don't. Well, they've only been out here at about 8 laps, so we're not really getting anywhere near pit stops again. Well, I don't either, but, you know, if it don't taste good, I really don't want it. Right. Let's see here. 5-10. That is Richard Sanchez, who is on the lead lap. Actually right up ahead of the 95 of James Mayer, who is our leader, by the way. So, Richard, I mean, I don't think he's holding up anybody. Everybody just kind of hanging out here. So, you know, Sanchez just as much right to be out there as all the other drivers. Now, I think if Richard was 1 or 2 laps down, he would probably pull back. But, you know, being on the lead lap and right up ahead of the leaders, stay up there. You know, bank on a caution. Just hopefully it doesn't happen where you're at. 95 is pushing the daylights out of him, though. That is James Mayer. So, you know, everybody single file here for the most part. Got some side-by-side going on back here with Brian Wayne and Rick Seabrand. Glad to see Rick out here. Glad he's out here for the championship race because I like to talk to the owners or the head admin or whoever it is on the final race. That way we can get the official word on the champion and all the goodness that goes along with it. So glad he's out here. I mean, I wouldn't mind talking to an admin. I mean, wouldn't bother me, but, you know, I'll try to get Rick up here, you know, when we can. Getting back here to Seabass again. There's Wang, Man, Seabrand. Speaking of Seabrand, there is Peter. So, you know, Seabrand's right mired in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers here. You know, if I was Rick, I would just, you know, get behind the 40 or ahead of the 04, either be pushed or be the pusher. But, you know, I'm not Rick, so, you know, looks like they are having fun, though, back there. Hey, we're over the halfway mark, folks. Lap 51 here tonight. Big shout out. Where shout outs are due, of course, we've already mentioned his name, but we'll mention him again. Rick Seabrand and all the admins over here at OP for doing a great job, not only for their Saturday nights, but their Monday and Wednesday series as well. I do believe Mondays is invite only. So if you've got what it takes to get into their main series, well, come out here on Saturday nights, Wednesday nights. Saturday nights right here on MaxspeedTV. Wednesday nights over on Turn 3. And if you got what it takes, you might get a potential invite to their Monday series, also on Turn 3. So big shout out to, of course, Turn 3 for doing their Monday and Wednesday series. And like I said, Saturday's right here. And no stages on Saturdays. But however, they do stages on Monday and Wednesday. So you'll have to, you know, get and understand how they do all that. But they'll teach you. Big shout out to Buttkicker for sponsoring the league all across the board. Of course, tonight, the Buttkicker Championship. A big shout out to Digital Armchair Motorsports for sponsoring a few races. Well, I'll say a few, but a lot of races this season. A big shout out to Yorkville as well for sponsoring a race or two. And of course, all the drivers who threw in sponsorship from here and there. A big shout out to all the fans out there that have tuned in with us each and every week. Right here on MaxspeedTV on Saturday night. Well, you know, we're going to end it tonight for a few weeks, and we'll be back in action hopefully next season with these guys. And I'll shut up because we've got pit stops here. Timothy Cook, Andrew Zanto, Edwin DeBora. I did it again. Edwin DeBoer. Zach Fritch. Dana Shepard, looks like Ryan Rainville as well. Oh, pit stops going on. If I missed anybody, I do apologize, but I think I covered everybody. Oh, this is going to be a huge group. James Mayer, Seabass, Workman, 3 wide on pit road here. Golly. Milam, English. Here's Workman, Deborah, Lewis, Rothery, Kilday, Wayne. Wow. They are within that window. I was correct on that. 14 to 17 laps. So I kind of killed it tonight, folks. 17 of you tuning in. Big shout out. I know they don't get a lot of shout outs. Hang on a minute, and I'll get to that here in just a second. But we've got Mann, Seabrands, Miles, Gathright, Wagner, Kimbler, Scala down pit road, as well as Sanchez also down pit road. Ooh, Brian Rainville has taken his truck behind the wall here tonight. Tough break for Brian. But they don't get the shout outs they deserve, but you know they should. Mara Clark, Brennan Kennedy, and all the moderators that come out here and help moderate the chat, especially when I get in it. I really don't pay attention. Ooh, and they are there to keep everybody calm and collected. So if y'all do anything no, and I don't see it, well, let me let you in on a little secret. They will. So, thank you all as well. Milam, English. Running 1-2 with Workman, Mayer in top 5. Got that single file going on right now. I don't think this single file is going to last, to be honest with you. And nope, as soon as I say that, guess what happens? Harold Rothery and the 85 of Adam Kilday decide to, well, let's just go ahead and go to the outside here. We got momentum. We got speed. Let's do it. And let's see if they make it work. And it looks like they're making it work. They are definitely making it work. Man, oh man. All right, so they last pitted at about 3 laps ago. So 55, 56 laps. They can go roughly 16 laps. So that'll put them at about, let's see here, so 55, 65, 10, 70, be 15, so 71 roughly, 71, 72, give or take a few laps. So that'll push them to 80. I still don't think they can make it. Yeah, I still don't think even if we go green next stop, I still don't think they can make it to the end because they'll be what, 9 laps short roughly. Yeah, trying to do math in the top of my head, Eric. If you keep showing up too, you're going to be a mod as well, just letting you know. You've been hanging out, I think, with us long enough, so. Yeah, I think it's this one, another one, and then, well, the one coming up, and then another one for sure, I think. 2. I think 2. I think 2 will do it. Have one about 70 to 71, and then we'll have one, let's see, 70, 80, 90, 70, 80, 85, about lap 86 roughly. My math is off. Well, and that's what we want. We don't want people to abuse the power, you know. 55, 70, 70, 70, 80, 5, 86. Yeah, something like that. Not 2 more. Trying to do math in the top of my head, and I got some racing going on. I'm just trying to figure it all out. It looks like it was a night race, and did it get daylight? I think it got daylight here, folks. It did. It got daylight. Oh, actually, they do have the power to ban if I give them the power to ban. I can just give you power to time people out. It's not a ban. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, there's several options we can do over here. We can give the power to time out, give the power to, like, you know, like temp ban, or give the power to perm ban, you know. So, I like the update. Side by side here with the 705, 4485, 1995, 510. Sanchez still 1 lap down. He needs an old yeller for that yellow machine. Hellman's get back on the lead lap. Here comes Seabass and company. We can get on Seabass. That's Seabass. Got Andy Bergante in the mix here as well. Still a battle for the lead, though, between Milam and Rothery. wide back here, though. Brian Wayne in the 69 going 3 wide again. And taking it 3 wide quite a few times here tonight. And the 85 I thought was going to shoot up in front of him. Not going to be able to do it. Watching the 23 of Sebastian Marin, though, right now right on the tail of Brian Wayne. 20 of you tuning in on 11 locks. We hit 15, 20 locks out here tonight. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here this evening. 165 of 100. Go ahead and take a look at the cautions here so far. 2 for 2 here. 2 cautions, 2 laps. 36 laps to go. 23 lead changes here tonight. And I don't think we're done with the lead changes. Kilday. Got to get that back up here so everybody knows who I'm on. Adam Kilday. Brian Wayne. Brian has already led a lap. Adam, 50 coming down pit road. Brian Wayne is going to lead another lap with the help of the 23. Adam Kilday not able to lead that lap. Yeah, 2 cautions, yes. David Livingston is the driver who came down pit road. Man, I still don't know, though, man. This is going to be close. Zachary Workman flying around the 44, coming up on the 69. 69 dropping it right in front of the 23. That opened the door up for Zachary Workman. Oh, if I was a 69, man, I'd have stayed right there. But, well, I'm not the 69. So, man, the 19 of Workman. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was loud. My bad. 19, Workman himself all the way back up to the front row here. And Workman sliding it down in front of the 7. What Red Bull does to you, Eric. Went from drinking to Red Bull, so hey, you know. I've seen several drivers out here tonight, Eric, that's, you know, making that outside work by themselves. And then when somebody gets behind them or in front of them, it slows them down. So, you know, maybe that outside line by yourself is just, you know, kind of where you need to be. Heck, it may come down to one of the 4 drivers going to the outside. Here we go with another round of green flag pit stops. Adam Kilday in the 85. And down pit road. Like Harold Rothery as well. Andrew Zonto, Timothy Cook, Andy Bergante, Bubba Winningham. A couple of drivers about lap early. See here what Workman and company does. Yep, here they come. Here comes Workman. Here comes Milam. Anybody else electing to come down? Don't see it. That's going to be interesting. Zach Fritch coming down. Nope, lap 69, 70, and 71 is when we're going to have some pit stops here. They're not done, though, folks. Here comes Brian Wayne. Let's see here if I can get to it. Seabass, Brian, English, Mayer, Lewis, Deborah. I think I got everybody. Brian Kimbler. Oh, Brian's gonna have to back up. Oh no! Not the air time Brian wanted. Oh, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, Gathright, Miles. It looks like they will be coming down this time. That will be, well, along with Matt Wagner. Matt comes down. It'll be the last 5 drivers to come down pit road, and it doesn't look like, yeah, there he comes. Matt Wagner is coming down pit road as we speak. So, back up to the 44 of Anthony English, sitting right now in 6th. I would assume we'd see drivers coming down pit road anywhere between lap 84 to 87 for the final time. Of course, if you come down on lap 84, it's going to put you real close on fuel. 87, you could probably definitely make it. Oh, with a full head of steam, Anthony English, Sebastian Marin, James Mayer, 510 of Sanchez, 40 Peter DeBora, all come screaming around the old 4 Mark Mann and company. However, they are now in the draft and this pack. 111 of Lewis, Rick Seabrands in the 4, the 19 of Workman, 7 of Milam, the 89 of Gathright, the 8 of Miles. Looks like the 04 and the 4 is going to back out of it here. Kind of fall back a little bit. Still in this front pack. Comes the 50. That is Bubba winning. David Livingston. My bad. Leading the 03. I'm finding those 03. There he is. Timothy Cook. Zach Fritch in the 12. 628 of Brian Kimbler. 91 of Matt Wagner. We got a couple of drivers right here in this mix that is a lap down. Well, right now, just single file going on, folks. what we can probably do, well, they're spread out a little bit. I don't know if it'd be a good crank it up here, but I mean, oh what? Let's not even attempt it. How about we just ride along here with a driver? How about we ride along here with Christopher Lewis? Kind of hang out here at the new Daytona. Hardly any bumps, unlike the 08 version. There's a few little bumps here, but not as bad. I said 84 to 87, so yeah. You don't want to pit too early, though. Pit too early, you'll end up having not enough fuel left. All right, well, let's take it back to, well, Seabrands. Why not? A little bit further back, just outside of the top 10 at 11th. We'll just kind of go through the field here, cockpit view, and just kind of hang out. Beer palm? Bear palm. Called you beer palm. Bear palm. I would assume that would be Brian Rainville. Well, I cannot talk tonight. Oh, 06. Oh, Zonto. Yeah, I said beer palm. Yeah, I can't talk. Man, Rick Seabrand's having to kind of slow down not to get into the back of the 04. All right, a little bit further back. Let's see, Edwin DeBoer. See, I did it again. Edwin DeBoer leading the way here with Nicholas Wing right behind him. There's Nicholas right there. You see DeBoer right there. Yeah, I actually can, since you're still in the lobby. You led 10 laps. All right, 20 to go, folks. Wow, 20 to go already. Oh, this went quick. When do they come down pit road, though? So, Anthony English has been out here at about 7 laps. Oh, 10 laps, my bad. Let's see here. So, if he goes to 16 laps. That'll put him at about 13. It'll be about 13 to go. Yeah, about 13 to go. And do you really take it down that far? You know you gotta pit, so how far do you really go? Well, I know it's worth plenty of fuel, but do you chance it? Wing, Edwin, down pit road, might be too early. Brigante, Livingston, also on pit road. Yeah. Empty at the finish. Under regulation. Green, white, checkered attempts. They do have them. It's set unlimited. But iRacing caps it at 15. So, you gotta, I mean, I think at this point right now, Eric, I think everything is going through their mind. What do I do? When do I pit? How do I pit? Do I set up for a GWC potential attempt? Do I go all the way to the end? Do I take right side tires? Do I take no tires? I mean, who do I want behind me? Who do I want to be in, pushing me? Do I want a yellow? Do I not want a yellow? So many things right now at this point, I'm sure, scrambling like scrambled eggs through these guys' heads. The Stanley Jr. is coming back out onto the track. He did make a pit stop here as well. Sorry I didn't catch that. Well, here we go. We got English, Mayer, Man, Seabrands, Miles, well as the 66 of Bubba Winningham down pit road for potential final time here tonight. Do I eat rice or noodles? Like Brian Kimbler, Adam Kilday down on, well, they're in their pit stop as we speak. And here we go, Seabass coming down. Peter DeBora, Brian Wang, Workman, Nylam, Lewis, Gathright. Anybody else? Don't think so. Zach Fridge coming down, though, we just seen. Rothery and company's going to be coming off. Do I fly with the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds? That'd be a hard choice, actually, to be honest with you. They can hit each other on pit road, but there is what they call a dead zone in the pit boxes. Once you're like inside of that area where the pit boxes are, you ghost right through them. You can't hit each other then. But on pit road, you can hit each other. Trust me. Yeah. I've seen so many wrecks on pit road, it ain't even funny. Oh, and it's getting awfully squirrely up here. 3 wide, and they're hammered down, folks. It's hammer down time. Let me tell you something. We got all 4 playoff drivers inside of the top 10. Peter, Milam, 1, 2. Man, English, 7 and 8. But they're all right here together. There's about 0.2 of a second separating them. Oh boy. 3 wide. 3 wide, 3 rows deep, 2 rows deep now. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Here, there, and everywhere. Golly, they're getting awfully squirrely. 7:23:44, shooting the gap up the middle. Coming to 11 to go. Oh, can they hold it? Oh, it's making me nervous. I don't know who's more nervous, me or them. I would say me, but that's just me being a little on the bias side at this point. Oh, all right. Well, the 19 of Workman is backing out of it, it looks like. He might just let these guys race it up, or he's not liking what he's seeing. But now that I say that, and I think he's listening to me, now he's going to fight here with the 4 of Rick Seabrands. See, I think he listens to the broadcast, and when I start talking about him doing something opposite or doing something as he's doing it, he does the complete opposite, like he's doing now. It wouldn't surprise me. Exactly right. I'll show you. Gathright, can he lead his first lap here tonight? I think he'll do it. Yes, he will by truck length. And they're going to be coming up on Scala, DeBoer, and Wing here momentarily and pretty quickly. They're going to have to scramble. Yep. Now they're going to have to scramble here. He must have caught something I didn't, because, yeah. Well, all right. Oh, Peter. Oh, it got that shaky going on back here. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. Pun intended. Whoa! Whoa! Here we go, folks. English going around. Oh, he's going to smack the wall. Is there going to be a yellow? No yellow. What? You have got to be kidding me. There is no yellow on that. Wow. Yeah, but English came back up on track, so there should have been a yellow. Yes, he did. Caught it live. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't really go back because we didn't get a yellow, so. But yeah. Yeah, he came back up out. He come back up on the track. Back tires, at least. Staying up front here, though, folks. 3 wide, 2 rows deep. It's still coming down now to the top, to 3 of the drivers. Peter DeBora, Mark Mann, Josh Milam. Somebody's smoking. I think that is the 44 of English. Yeah, it is. What's a roke? Trying to figure out what a roke is. A roke in a hard place? I'm just giving you a hard time there, Eric. I know what you meant. Kind of like a roke in a hard place, right? Yeah. I mean, well, the admins don't throw the cautions. From what I understand, it's iRacing that does. iRacing throws them. So I guess iRacing deemed it was not a yellow. So. Well, I think they do in certain situations. It is turned on, but I think they give it to iRacing 90% of the time. I know that would be something you'd have to ask. See, hey, Brands, and somebody's going around back here. Oh, somebody just popped the wall. Yep, there's a yeller. And yes, I said yeller. Oh, that was Mark Mann. Oh, no. And the 2. Oh. Did C Brands get into the 04? Oh, that might have been netcode. You seen how the 04 jumped? I don't think there was any contact there, to be honest with you. Right there, the 04 jumped. That's just one angle, and I think it was netcode. I've seen it from this angle. That looked like netcode to me, and then that could have been some netcode again there. And the 95 just nowhere to go. Right into the 04. The 04 right up into the wall. The 8 looks like trying to dodge it. And then right up into the 2. There's where the 2 got involved. Oh, the 2 took a hard lick. The wall grabbed him. And then threw him literally back off the wall. Watch this. Grabs him and then throws him off the wall. Range. Well, this is going to set up a GWC attempt here. And, we're not done yet. Overtime here for the Buttkicker Championship. Right, let's see here. You, at this point, you do not come down. You've already made your bed. You got to stay out. You got the fuel to do it. Now, of course, if you got damage in that wreck, then I guess you do come down pit road. But if you didn't get caught up in it, stayed away from it, then stay out. And it looks like that's what these guys, most of them, are doing. Okay, you're actually out there racing. Who the heck are you? Oh, you're talking about them. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, I thought you was racing. I was like, wait a second. Now you're really getting me confused. I'm tired. Not from the race, just tired of the day-to-day. Shut up, Eric. Yeah, I might have jinxed a few of them here already, talking about them, talking about GWCs. Hey, you know, ask Zonto. Every time I talk to Zonto, something happens. So, you know, be like, Zonto, how's your race going for you? Doing great. Next couple of laps, not so great. But hey, tonight's not my fault. I didn't talk to Zonto, so, you know. But overtime number 1 here, man, it is still anybody's championship. I wouldn't even count out Anthony English because, you know, if we get a few more, Anthony can get back on the lead lap, then Anthony be right back in it. Right now, not looking pretty, but still wouldn't count him out. 2 laps down. Right now, it's coming down to Milam, Deborah, and Mark Mann. Next season, playoff? You got it, Zonto. You got it, man. Hoping to be back next season. Here we go, folks. Overtime number 1, pace truck. Down onto the safety of pit road. Here we go. Green is back out. For everybody that is new and don't understand how GWC attempt works, I'll try to explain it as fast as I can. They just took the green. We got to get to the white flag. White flag flies. Then whatever happens after that happens. Caution comes out before the white flag. We're going to rack them up, stack them up, do it all over again. Let's see if we can get to the white flag. Coming out of 2 momentarily here tonight. I think I've said it about 1,000,000 times, so I can say it pretty quick. That's how it works. If you didn't get it, well, go back and listen after the race. 4 wide. I almost said 4 wide. I was looking at 4. Not 4 wide. 3 wide. Here we go. Don't go 4 wide just yet, folks. Please. Don't do it. Oh, no, they're going to wreck. They're going to wreck. And the yellow's out. Guess what? Overtime number 2. Rack them up, stack them up, do it all over again. Ooh, it's a big one, too. Like the 4 of Seabrands, Gathrot. Ooh, it looks like the 50, 13. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, guess we pick on the 4 again. Why not? Oh, just got to find out what happened. Oh, looked like it actually kind of started behind them there, behind the 4, the 111. The 89, really can't see it, but right there is where it all looks like it started, and then it was just kind of on from there. I don't know how in the world he did it, but the 510 squeaked by. Wow. Oh, Andy Bergante, nowhere to go. 41. 91, nowhere to go either. And they're still racking up there as well. The 628 and the 111 here. Christopher Lewis, right there. There was some contact right there with the 510 and the 111. And right there, 628. Got a piece of it. 111 up into the wall. Right down into the 05. And then the 03, nowhere to go. Wow. Ooh, and the 111, engine blown. Ugh. And looks like no reset, or does he have a reset? He does have a reset. But it doesn't look like he is going to be able to use it. He just took his car behind the wall. Overtime number dos. That would be 2. Oh, we did uno. Now we're on dos. I don't mean Dos Equis either. How many people will pit? Well, let me see here. We had a few, but our top 3 did not. Our top 3 did not come down pit road. Seabass, Deborah, and Brian Wayne. They did not come down. Now, they've only been out here 9 laps, so they got plenty of fuel. Yeah, if you have a reset left, that's what a fast repair is. If you blow an engine or get any type of damage or whatever, and you have a fast repair, yeah, it'll give you a brand new car. But in certain situations, and I don't know if it happened here to Christopher Lewis or not, but he had a fast repair left, and I don't know if it just didn't take or he didn't have it clicked or whatever. But sometimes you'll get what they call the fast repair glitch. You'll have it clicked, you'll come down pit road, and you'll be ready to use it, but it won't use it. It'll just keep you there. And that has happened in championship racing before with championship drivers. And let me tell you, it is a mess. I've been broadcasted before where a championship race did that to, I believe it was 2 of the 4, they got that glitch. And instead of just going with the race on how it happened, they actually raced the championship race again, same track, same setup, everything, the next week to make sure it was fair to everybody. Some people didn't like it, some people didn't, but they went ahead and did it. It's only happened a few times. I don't think it's ever happened here with me broadcasting OP, but it stinks when that happens. All right, overtime 2. Take the green, got to get to the white. Yellow comes out before the white. They rack them up, stack them up, do it again. Here we go. Overtime number 2 into the Geico restart zone. Seabass, Duvora on the loud pedal, followed by Martin Mann, the 69 of Brian Wayne. Adam Kilday, Stephen Miles, Josh Milam, Workman, Seabrands, and Cook. Running out our top 10 here. Getting awfully shaken. Here we go, folks. Are we not going to get a yellow? Does not look like it. No yellow yet. No yellow yet. Looks like we are just going to race it to the line here. This time by will be... Yeah, they might have saved it. White flag in the air. 1 to go. It's the final countdown. Don't ask me why I even did that. On the backstretch here at Daytona, Deborah. Mark Mann. Oh, he has got to get down there with the 40. Blocking the 7. Trying to get a push or a shove. Something. Deborah out of 4. Peter Deborah through the tri-oval. Coming up in front of the 04. Doing some blocking. Peter's gonna win here tonight. Followed by Brian Wayne, P2. Milam, P3. Heavy engine damage. Mark Mann in 4th. Wow. Well, Peter Deborah gonna win it here tonight at Daytona. Unofficially the winner and unofficially our champion. Get the top 3 down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show here in just a second. Like some love taps or something going on. Not exactly sure what just happened there, but however the case may be, did Peter run out of fuel? Or did his engine pop? Well, I don't know. 69 is giving him a shove here, but hang tight, folks. We will be right back for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Hang on. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxspeedTV. I am trying to see here if I can find Milam's vehicle here. Get him on camera, but I don't know if be able to, but we'll go ahead and get him down here real quickly here tonight. Josh Milam, unofficial, but finishing P3 here tonight at Daytona for the Buttkicker Championship. Man, it came down to 3 drivers here. Anthony was trying to get back on the lead lap, just not enough laps to do it. Really came down to 4 here to start things off, man. Man, what was going through your mind? Daytona started out, I guess, early morning. We ended up with some sun out there here. Green flag pit stops, a few yellows. Man, Josh, talk about it. Man, I got to say, it was great racing up here. What'd you feel down there, man?
Same man. It was great racing. All around race started off a little rough, but it cleaned itself up, and we had some green flag stops just like we wanted to. Kept it clean all night, and like I said, we were looking good there at the end, and uh, set up pretty nicely for the best finish at that first green white checkered, and that caution come out, and I didn't think I was gonna have enough fuel to make it around the second green white checkered, so I had to pit it in there and start from the rear. Didn't come out the way I wanted to. I mean, got a podium. It's probably the most disappointing podium of the season,
Oh,
honestly.
man.
But but still got there, and we're still able to battle for it. And that's all you can ask for.
Oh yeah, definitely. So to finish it out here, I mean, all y'all do is super speedways over here. So if you don't know how to run a super speedway, whether it be New Daytona, Old Daytona, Talladega, the iRacing Super Speedway, whatever the case may be, Nashville even, although I don't really consider that a super speedway. If you don't know how to run super speedways, I mean, this is a great group over here to learn. Saturday nights, Wednesday nights. I do believe, Josh, Monday nights is, of course, invite only, if I'm not mistaken. So, y'all do have two other series people can run to hopefully get into that top tier series. But, Saturdays is y'all's rookie, series. Everybody usually starts here, and a lot of veterans over here, yourself included. And, it just goes to show the competition here, even on Saturday nights with the veterans, the newcomers. You just don't know who's going to make it into the top 16, the top 8, final 4. It's a mixture.
Absolutely, like you said, Wednesdays and Saturdays are a great starting point for people who don't run super speedways much, or if they just get them started. Learn some stuff. Great, get racing with a great group of guys, because there's a lot of Monday guys in here who've been doing this for years, and I mean they're studs as super speedway drivers. So like I said, if there's people out there who are interested, we need to get them in here and get them racing. And you never know, run a few races here, you look good, and you can come race with us on Mondays. And I mean, the competition gets a little tough here. It's more laid back for us Monday guys. We just kind of come over here and enjoy it. But when you get to Mondays, man, it's a whole different animal. But yeah, like I said, it's a great group of guys here racing, and enjoy racing each weekend with these guys.
Yeah, and nice to see the way it ended up. I mean, the top 4, yourself included. The top 4, you, man, English, and Deborah. You guys are not, rookies. You got 4 veteran drivers that are going at it for the championship. I mean, if you all 4 got connected, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, like I said, any 4 of us, I mean, we can win any night, and we knew it was going to be tough to get that best finish coming in, because normally you see all 4 of us at the front most of the race, and if not at the beginning or the middle, then we're going to be there at the end. So just all about a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck involved in this, and being at the right place at the right time, and having some help. And that's where I fell short of, here tonight. At the end, I lost my help running that third lane and trying to make some moves, and didn't have no help. So all I could do is just zig and zag, trying to get in somewhere, and almost got me a run there at the end to make it happen, but we were a few yards short.
But hey, got a podium to finish things out, man. Got a little bit of momentum, not only going into next season, but you got the off season coming up here. You got some plans here during the off season? May go fishing or whatever, or got more practicing to do?
I might be good on the practice. I do this quite a bit, so I think I might take some. Like I said, I don't normally run every Saturday, but I started off this season super hot, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep into it, keep winning races, and coming out here and finishing well, and made it to the final 4 and almost had the championship. But now I think I'm gonna take off and probably do me some razor riding this summer, and maybe some fishing. We'll see.
All righty, Josh. We're glad to see you out here on Saturdays, man. enjoy the off season. Congratulations. Not only making it into the chase, the top 16, but the final four. And, congratulations on a podium finish here tonight in third place, bud. Final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate. And, of course, get ready for the off season.
Yeah, a big shout out to Peter DeBorgia. He's finally got him a championship, so maybe he might retire now. He's got that. We'll see. But big congratulations to him. He's been battling hard for one for a while now, so it's good to see him get one in one of these series, man. It don't matter which one; they're tough to get in any of the three. So, congrats to him. Shout out to Workman for hanging with me there at the end, trying to help me out. He got caught up in the collision there. But a big shout out to him for sticking with me tonight. And Frishy, he came out to give me a hand. He got in some in the carnage early, and it kind of put him in a bad spot. But thank him for coming out, and thank you, Josh, for the broadcast all season. Man, did a heck of a job. Always enjoyed talking with you after the race, and all the viewers out there, and all of our drivers, man.
All righty, Josh. Well, thank you for the kind words, and man, go celebrate third here tonight, and hopefully we'll see you next season.
You'll see me next season.
Well, I hope.
All right, buddy. We'll see you, man.
See you, bud. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight. We actually got a picture of his car, and at first I thought he was running the MaxspeedTV paint because it's kind of the same colors. Well, what a disappointment. Brian Wang, buddy. Hey, P2 here tonight, man. Now, I'm not, in the top four, but nonetheless, but a P2 finish here at Daytona. Hey, it's hard to get a win, let alone a top three. And even second place, dude, it come down to it here at the end. I didn't know what was going to transpire out there on the track, bud, but we got to hear it from you, man. From the start of the race to the green flag pit stops, of course, to the cautions here, and then, man, the final battle here at the end, man, under the second GWC attempt, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, obviously really close on fuel for the final green white checkered. We were all fuel saving, but yeah, we figured we'd have enough, and we did. And yeah, it was kind of chaotic. Obviously, everyone trying to go for the championship, and yeah, it was perfectly put in place for Peter there to be in front and stay out front after that big move we made to the third lane, the previous green white checkered. But yeah, luckily Peter was just able to get it. He pulled a block off of turn 4, and I felt like we were gonna win if he stayed low as well. So yeah, we pretty much had it in the bag. But yeah, congrats to Peter for getting the championship today.
Yeah, Peter didn't even have to win the race, but what a way to go out, winning the race. And, of course, it's unofficial, but, championship, so. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, Peter throwing a block? No, that's not like Peter. No.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's a risk, but obviously it worked out, and it can make or break championships.
Yep. Yeah, and it definitely can. Well, man, what was it like pit road wise? Green flag pit stops. Was you hoping for green flag pit stops, which we did get?
Yeah, I was hoping for green flag pit stops, added some variety in the race for sure. But yeah, most of the race I was just riding around, trying to have fun.
Well, it looks like you had a blast out there, bud. Nice paint scheme, by the way. I think you've been running that all season. So, yeah. So, man, awesome job, P2, bud. I mean, we're getting now into the off season, man. So, you got some plans during the off season, practice, fishing, hunting, or are you just gonna kind of hang back and just wait until the next season?
Yeah, I'll just be waiting for the next season. If I run it, I'll probably do part-time again, but who knows? We could get a win and get into the playoffs.
Hey, you never know, man. Season to season, and you could come out here and get in on the first race. You never know.
Yeah.
So. Awesome job here tonight, bud. P2 here this evening. I didn't even change that. Brian Wang, man, awesome job again. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate P2, and, of course, get ready for the off-season, man.
Yeah, thanks to you for broadcasting and everybody at OP, all of the admins, the drivers. Yeah, big thanks to all of our teammates, and yeah, thanks to Peter. yeah, congrats to Peter on the championship.
All righty, Brian. We will see you hopefully next season, buddy. Go celebrate.
All right, see ya.
Yep. All right. Well, he has been waiting 100 years to Peter.
For this interview? Oh no, for the championship. Yeah.
Well, Peter, I mean, it's been a long time. You apparently have never won a championship.
Not an OP. No,
Yeah.
It's never happened.
Yeah, and it looks like I mean, I can't make it official. Well, you can, I can't. But looks like you got it, man. But before we get to that, let's kind of talk about the overall racing here tonight, bud. Started off a little rough, few cautions. Y'all did get those green flag pit stops in, man. You had people bobbing and weaving and, shaking going on out there on track here tonight, I guess you could call it. Man, talk about it. We got to hear from you, bud.
Man, the first few races of these playoffs, and it's not just this series, on Wednesdays and on Mondays too, I just kind of always wanted to be at the back and not be part of the wreck, and it seemed like that always worked against me. And then last week, finally, we were at Daytona 08. It's my best track we do, and I was like, screw this and run at the front as much as possible, and it worked great for me there. And I know this track's quite different. The third lane really comes in a lot sooner. A lot more drivers feel more confident up there than they would at 08, but I just wanted to stay near the front and kind of be near where the action was and could dictate what's happening around the field. And I didn't necessarily need to be leading, but I just always wanted to make sure I was attached to the draft. I didn't get trapped behind somebody who was pitting right in front of me going slow or getting boxed out of where I wanted to be. So it was just, we just wanted to be near the front and, keeping an eye on Josh and Anthony and Mark, obviously. And those guys are obviously masters of their craft, regardless of what their finish was tonight, those guys are way better than me. But just try to, emulate what they're doing. If I can stay near them at the end of the race, then I got a shot. And at the end there, we were all worried about fuel, and I'm not quite sure what happened behind me. I'm still in my car, so I don't get to look at much replays yet, but I do want to see that wreck that happened that brought up the first green white that I think got the 04 and some other guys in there. And it looked like a blessing in disguise for him, because then he got the pit and Josh and I were out there, and Mark was good on fuel and was restarting like ninth. And I was just like, oh man, this is going to go so many green whites and he's going to be in the catbird seat. And, Josh was leading all those laps beforehand, and he was up there getting pushed by Seabass, but Josh was burning more fuel than me, and he just didn't feel like he could go one more green white. And I felt like that was my only chance to ever cycle to the lead. I felt like if I pit, I was going to be trapped behind the 7 perpetually. Staying out was my only chance to have the lead. And we caught the white flag, and that was all she wrote. Now I ran with Brian all night, and he was escorting my car wherever I wanted it to be. If I wanted to be at the front, he got me there. If I wanted to go chill in the back, he was protecting me there. He was the consummate teammate all evening. And as we got there, he was talking me through, okay, we're losing help or we got help. And I knew the 23 had a little bit of damage. I wasn't quite sure how the 04 was going to play it, if he was going to try and pass him in the third or what was going to happen there. And hats off to Brian. And we had a really great finish. We had like 3 playoff guys there, like within a second of each other right there across the finish line. So, yeah. Geez, I've been in spots like this before, and it seems to just always dissolve by like lap 95. I haven't even finished second in a championship until tonight. So it's pretty great. And I don't want to say it's a long time coming, because I feel like that makes it sound like I deserved it more than somebody else. And I don't think so, but if I only had a 10% chance to win, at least the 10% has to happen eventually, right?
Yeah, it's like they said in the movie The Little Giants, the little thing that the dude said, you can, race 99 times out of 100 and you can be beat 99 times out of 100, but it still leaves that one time, and it's same with, really anything, iRacing, NASCAR, real NASCAR. I'm not saying this ain't real, because it's as real as you're going to get if you can't step foot in a real NASCAR, but, with any sport, the time is going to come. When it happens, it happens. And, it happened for you here tonight.
Yeah, and, I got to be honest, I don't think my wife would ever let me get 100 tries at it. So I'm glad it happened, in season number 12 of OP stuff for me here. But, man, what a great race that was. We had, after last week, we had all those cautions at the beginning, and it seemed like the race would never end for a while. Then things got single file, but we were still able to race and stuff. And there was definitely times where it looked a little shaky at the front and some bad bumps here and there. But for the most part, everything at the end was just hard racing. I didn't see anything out of my windshield, but there was definitely some crazy stuff that looked like it could have gone a whole lot worse than it actually did, and guys held it together. I thought everyone was really respectful, especially around the playoff drivers on pit road, and Yeah, I mean, it was just a great race, and I mean, I'm happy I won it. But man, that was a lot of fun. It was after so many of these things, man, the nerves aren't just nearly as sharp as they once were, and I don't know if that helped me do anything better tonight. But I was in the right place at the right time, and I think anyone could have driven with with Brian pushing them like that. So I owe it all to him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw something out here to everybody out here that don't know how really Peter got into this situation here that he is in. Now, you did not start all the races this season. So
heck no! I raced way too many times compared to what I thought I was going to do.
You only had, let me see here, you only had 14 starts, so you were under the limit of the win you're in top ordeal.
Yeah, so, I won race 2.
Yeah,
and
you had to get in on points.
Yeah, I didn't have to get it. I got the win early, so it was just like, all right, cool. Let's just make sure we show up for the rest of the start. I mean, it was kind of all right, cool. I mean, Saturdays are my usually a night with the family. I've got 2 young kids at home. One of them is less than a year old, so Saturday nights would be sometimes time that finally the wife and I can hang out and watch a movie or something. And one night she was at her mom's house with the kids, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll race on Saturday. And I freaking won at iRacing Superspeedway, and like probably the longest OP race time-wise we've ever had. There were so many cautions there, but
12.
I remember that well. After that, it was like, all right, I'll come out here. I'll just drive near the front. If I use a fast repair early, then I'll use a fast repair early. And if I wreck again, oh well. And I don't think I finished better than 25th in like the next 5 or 6 races. Like I was just so bad. It didn't really feel like a championship campaign. I know there's a lot of guys who put in a lot more effort than me throughout the season that could have easily been in this situation as well if a couple things had broken their way in the last few weeks, and I was just able to capitalize it there. It's if I can win it, anybody can. This should not be a celebrate how great I am. This should be more of a hey, look how easy this is for somebody to do. Anyone can do this.
And man, it was crazy. You got in, like I said, with the win. I thought there was a limit to how many races you had to do.
Oh, there was. That's why I had to make sure I made the minimum starts. Yeah, because I won race 2. I knew exactly. All right, well, I made one more than the minimum.
What is the minimum?
I showed up again. I think it was 10 this season. I think you had to make.
It might have been.
I don't know. I have to go look. Or 8. I think it was 8. I'll have to go back and look at it.
Okay.
I'll go look on your broadcast. Those beautiful spreadsheets you posted of ours that had them on it, because it actually says the minimum right on that too.
Okay, yeah, I'd have to go back and look. I think it's even in here in the broadcast notes too. So I'd have to go
it should
back
be down there at the bottom.
Yeah, so it should be in there. But anyway, you got in. I mean, well, we can go back and we could talk about this all night long, Peter. I mean, the top 16, then you get to the top 8. I mean, it was a dogfight this season for not only you but for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, after the round of 16, I ended up tied with Richard Sanchez there for 8th, and I have a win and he didn't, so that was my tiebreaker to make the round of 8. And then first race in the round of 8, I'm leading coming out of turn 2 at Talladega when I think it was the 8 car clipped the apron or something like that and killed the whole field, and the 44 went over the fence, and I was flipping all over the place, and and I was outside the top 4, coming into Daytona 08 last week. This is not driven like any of my playoff runs I've ever had. I've always had way more consistent near the front ones, and then the final 4 race doesn't go as planned. And this was the opposite. The other things all seemed like disasters, and somehow this is the one that worked out. And I would, they can all be disasters from here on out. That's fine. I got my one. I'm delighted.
Well, the top 8, nobody in the top 8 won it. Frederick Hofstetter and I think it was Kevin Freeze. Those 2 won the top 8. So, the final 4 came down to points, who was in the top 4. And, of course, we had our 4 here tonight. And, it was a dogfight. I mean, Anthony English, you, Mark Mann, Milam, the top 4, and then the rest of the drivers out here, stacked field, you 4 going for the championship. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It was a long season, but it was an awesome season. And
yeah, for sure. And those 4 at the end, like Josh, he's got 38 OP wins. Mark's got 34 OP wins. Anthony's got 17. I'm sitting down here at 12 wins, which is plenty fine. It's like 14th all time, but it's way behind everybody else. Some of them guys got triple what I got. So, no, they're, like I said, they're way more accomplished than me. I was definitely the underdog coming in, especially with how my season had been going. So, but you know, it's another lottery ticket, and it was just my numbers came up there with the way the fuel broke, and yeah, I mean, great job to those guys all season. It's just another top 4 for all those guys, another feather in their cap. I'm sorry I'm getting the butt kicker in the trophy this time around, but I hope they get it next time. I'll say that.
Well, awesome job out here tonight, bud. Peter, I could talk to you all night long. You know that, but, you know, it's, 11:15 Eastern, 10:15 my time, man. Congratulations in the Games Done Quick number 40 machine. Not only winning the race out here tonight, throwing the block. I don't know, Peter DeBoer blocking. No.
Oh, man. There's a trophy right there to grab, right? Yeah, thank you for putting on the broadcast, man, and thanks to all the guys on YouTube out there watching it. I know a lot of y'all aren't watching it live. We're going to be watching it in a couple hours because we want to see how this all worked out. But every one of them views, man, helps us. And like I said, Josh there at Max Speed. And then the car this week, Summer Games Done Quick, starts next week, live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, raising money for Doctors Without Borders. I will be speedrunning G.I. Joe from the NES next Tuesday morning. You can check the schedule at gamesdonequick.com. An absolute excellent cause for speedrunners all around the country. They all unite together to do a bunch of marathons and a bunch of speedruns all together in a marathon there. It lasts a whole week. So I'll be in a hotel in Minneapolis this time next week, getting excited and ready for that.
All right. Well, hey, I might even have to tune in for that one because I grew up on the NES. So,
Oh, man, it's the best system.
Yeah, I may have to tune in for that one, if I get time, of course. And, share it, get it out there, social media, folks. Not only this race, but what Peter's going to be doing as well. Peter, getting in the off season now, man. So, awesome job. Hopefully we'll see you back next season right here on MaxspeedTV for OP. I think we will. It's just not in stone yet. We'll get with Rick later on and find out, see what, kind of what we're working on and everything. But Peter, congratulations on the championship this season, man. A long time coming. Go celebrate. And, man, we'll see you back next season.
Thanks so much, Josh.
You too, bud. All right. Well, that was Peter DeBoer here tonight, folks. Not only winning the race here tonight, but the championship. I still don't have the points or anything loaded. They're not up yet, so it's technically still unofficial. But with that being said, Peter there in that number 40, Games Done Quick. I said don't, didn't I? Games Done Quick. Supposed to be Games Done Quick. Wow, I'm tired. Alrighty, folks. Well, let's get down here to the unofficial results. Any of the admin stuff they have to do here tonight. But Peter DeBoer grabbed the win out here tonight and the championship. Congratulations to Peter on both of those. Brian Wang in the 69 machine, right behind him on his tail, going to finish in second. Josh Milam, man, a couple of spots short. However, finishing third. Mark Mann in that fourth position. Those are the 3 of the 4 drivers in the top 4. Tough break for Anthony English. We'll see him here in just a second. T-Bash 5th, Adam Kilday 6th, Seabrand 7th, Workman in 8th, Timothy Cook 9th, James Marin 10th, Brian Kimbler in 11th, Edwin DeBoer in 12th, Anthony English will finish in the top 15 in 13th here tonight. Like I said, unofficial. That may change pending points and all that other goodness that they do. Stanley Jr. in 14th, Richard Sanchez 15th, Stephen Miles 16th, Nicholas Wing 17th, Andy Brigante 18th, Dana Shepard 19th, and Chris Scala in 20th, Bubba Winningham 21st, Joshua Gathright 22nd, Christopher Lewis 23rd, Harold Rothery 24th, Matt Wagner 25th, David Livingston 26th, Zach Fritz 27th, Andrew Zonto, 28th. Brian Rainville, 29th. Alex Griffin did not start here tonight. But again, congratulations. Not only goes to our top 4, I was battling now for the championship here tonight, but all 30 drivers that did show up here tonight, including the one that did not start. So, man, what an awesome season here for OP on Saturday nights. Enjoy the off season, folks. I do hope we are back with Rick and Peter and Josh and Seabass, Adam, Zachary Cook, these guys on Saturday nights for their truck series. We'll let you know. But that is going to do it for MaxspeedTV and the OP Superspeedway Saturday night Buttkicker truck series. Until next season, folks, hopefully, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.